Jake, we're sitting here on the eve of a World Championships.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I feel confident. I think it's my second World Champ, so I hope the mistakes I made in London 2 years ago can be rectified this time. And yeah, it's been a long summer, so I'm ready to get rolling now.
Yeah, you mentioned London. Just briefly reflecting on that, what did that teach you about yourself?
Just to change the way I race a little bit, which I did last year. That was a big catalyst in doing so. I got knocked out in the semis by just running like an idiot, pretty much. So I just realised that what's the point in I was probably a bit too built up for it, a bit too stressed about how it was going to go. So it's just relaxing and yeah, you're in control of your own race, so don't let others dictate it, which is what I let happen in 2017. So I hope I can make amends this time around.
You want to talk about hyping yourself up, peaking for an event, but you're saying sort of, yeah, don't overshoot
yeah, I
yourself.
think I put it's like any other race in the season, isn't it? You're running the same distance against a lot of the same guys you raced before, so you just got to treat it exactly the same. Like the occasion doesn't really matter because you'll just implode a little bit if that's the case.
Yeah, I think sort of in terms of your selection, you've spoken about your medal pedigree as a reason why you're in the team, and I guess that's a nice compliment, isn't it? You're a championship performer, aren't you?
I hope so. I think I'd rather be a championship performer than a time trialist, but you have to be able to time trial to get the standards to go to the champ, so you've got to be good at both. And yeah, I feel like my strengths lie in championship racing and decision making, which is what you need to come into a champs like this. And I had a little bit more prep post trials by going to that match in Minsk, the Europe USA one, which I was pleased with how that went. So I feel like that's put my confidence a little bit higher going into this, which is what I hope to do.
What makes a good championship performer do?
Being calm, and I think knowing when to make the right move. So it's like if you plan to like kick at a certain point, try and get as close to that as possible. Don't do anything rash just because you think it's a good opportunity at the time. Like sometimes your instinct can mess you up and you only really get one chance to make a move in our event, so you got to make sure that's a good one and the right one.
I'm saying, is that mentality particularly important for a 1500 runner given the way the rounds can go?
Yeah, well, like the way it is at the moment as well though, you've got like Timothy Cherry who could front run something quicker than a lot of us in the field have run, so whatever you prepare for the race to be like, it probably won't go like that. So it's being adaptable, I think, and being ready for any sort of circumstance. But yeah, it's mainly just relaxing and staying calm and knowing that nothing really matters until the last 300. Like even the last 100, like it doesn't matter where you are. You just got to be in the positions to qualify through up until from that point.
Yeah, the few diamond leagues, it's a big meeting, right? So
yeah.
You're not. Some athletes sort of like to stay away from that at times.
Yeah.
But you like it. What do you enjoy about it?
To be honest, I don't actually really like them because I feel like I'm not racing it. Like the way they're run, I'm usually just riding the train, and yeah, the guys ahead have been running quite a bit faster than me, so I have to believe that when it comes to a champs, it will all level up a little bit, and there's no pacemakers, so they're not going to carry them out that much. But like I said, it could be different this year. So Diamond Leagues for me are just about testing myself against these guys and trying to run quick, which I know isn't the ultimate aim from the sport. The aim is to get medals, so if I don't run as well in them, but I'm a better championship performer, that's all good for me.
You've got a few medals in the cabinet last year in Ocom Games and
Yeah.
Europeans. How much would it mean to get another one?
Yeah, that's so Commonwealths and Europeans was 2 stepping stones ticked off. So I can say I've got those medals now, and I need to try and get global ones. So we've got 2 global champs coming up and 1 the year after. So it's a big few years to be able to try and do that. And I'm glad I went to London to be able to get practice at a global champs, because it is just a next level. Like getting through the rounds is so much tougher. But if I can do that, give it a good go in the final to try and see what I can do.
Do you feel ready to make that jump?
Yeah, I feel like I probably should have been ready in 2017, but just made mistakes. Like I was running well enough to do so, but it's just, I'd say like you can't always use the excuse, but I'd say experience is something I needed, and I made the most of the rounds, and I learnt a lot from making those mistakes in London, and that paid off in Gold Coast and Europeans. So I'm looking forward to be able to test myself, see how I can go this time.
It's funny, how proud are you to represent your country?
Yeah, you don't get the chance very often, and especially when it's so hard in my event to do that. Like a GB vest over 1500 now is tough to get. So yeah, I'm very proud. Like there were times, definitely post trials, where I didn't think I was going to be here. So I feel myself like pretty lucky. I need to make the most of this opportunity,